My name is Mr. Delay. Welcome to my classroom. Well, it's also my vlog, and behind me is the old Armory building, which also serves as the recreation center. But it's closed, just like every public gathering place is, because we want to make sure we protect all the people in our community who are either little or old or even in between. We want to make sure social distancing continues to be a thing around here. It's important for us to keep that strong all the way through when the state tells us. On the docket for today is a poem called Waiting for the Storm by Timothy Steele. Writing prompt, it's going to be exciting no matter what it is, so buckle up for that. I'll be doing it with you. And lastly, the song and artist of the week is Pearl Jam. That's right, class is now in session.
Talk nerdy to me. You name all 12 of the dogs, I can't resist that. And what's the going go on? I think that ours match. Talk nerdy to me. Talk nerdy to me.
Well, welcome to Friday, April 3rd, 2020. We made it a full week. Applause, hooray, congratulations, nice job. We pulled it off, we made it, we survived. First on the docket is a poem that I'd like to read to you, and that poem is called Waiting for the Storm by Timothy Steele. Breeze sent a wrinkling darkness across the bay. I knelt beneath an upturned boat, and moment by moment felt the sand at my feet grow colder, the damp air chill and spread. Then the first raindrops sounded on the hull over my head. So what it's asking you to imagine is being in a upturned, like underneath a boat, like underneath a hull, like a boat, as a storm is rolling in. And I like how it says a wrinkling darkness, because the darkness does kind of wrinkle in there, but it's also a play on this when you hear the smell of rain and you kind of wrinkle up your nose, you go, ooh, that's the rain. And so it's a play on two things. It's a play on imagery, but it's also a play on the senses that you have when you can smell the rain and the storm coming. And that's the cool thing about poetry is that it does it in two different ways, and we consciously and subconsciously pick up on it. And it's really cool how they use that dynamic. So that's kind of fun. The sand at my feet grow colder. I like that, again, the use of the senses is that your feet suddenly, you can sense that drop in temperature as the cold and the frigidity of the air as the storm rolls in. And the damp air chill and spread. So the dampness, the humidity as the rain comes in, and you feel the moisture in the air start to grow and amplify. And it starts to spread, and you can feel it kind of moving through you. And then I love it. The raindrops sounded, and it uses a specific sound, like the raindrops on the hull over my head. So, we played that mindfulness video last week on Saturday, and you could hear the raindrops as it was hitting the concrete and hitting into the pools of water. But the raindrops on a hull is a different kind of sound. It's more of a hollow sound, like boom, 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 boom. That's a terrible interpretation, but it's very much less of a, more of a doom, 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 doom. And so there's again a play at sound here. If you've ever heard that sound, you can imagine that sound in your head as you are reading this poem. Again, it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's only 8 lines. But that's still some very brilliant poetry work with senses, with images, with everything that it's trying to capture in you as a reader. I really like that. Timothy Steele's Waiting for the Storm. That's a beautiful, beautiful poem. Part 2 is our writing kind of challenge for the day. And I was thinking about this earlier today, and I decided, you know what, Friday, I'd like to make it Free Write Friday. So I'm going to set my timer for 2 minutes. And if you want to write more, you can. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to my next page here. I'm going to use the bottom half of this. All right. So your challenge is to write for 2 minutes. I'm going to put this thing in focus so you can see what I'm writing. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Your time and my time for a Free Write Friday. So Free Write Fridays are, you can do whatever you want. You can write whatever you want on any subject. You can do a wandering writing. You can write on one subject, then switch. Again, Free Write Friday, anything and everything is open. Your time starts now. Okay, so as you see, I wrote mine. Oh, gotta make sure I don't smear it because this is really nice ink. Okay, so I'm gonna read you what I wrote. Again, this is Free Write Friday, so you didn't have to write anything concrete. You could just write what's on your mind, free write. You could just wrote in your brain, whatever, stream of consciousness, whatever was going on. So I reflected on the fact that we read a poem about a storm and rain. So here's what I wrote. I said, I miss the spring storms. The poem was a glaring reminder of how my senses had been deprived of the joy of a rainstorm. The flashes of lightning, the rumble of thunder, and the pitter-patter of the raindrops on the world outside. I miss it and cannot wait for it to return to me and the expectant joy it will bring. 2 minutes worth. Just had some writing. My hope is that you'll continue to participate, or if you haven't participated, you'll start to participate in our kind of just our writing prompts, and you'll expand them. If you have some time during the day, sit down and expand on that. I could certainly write an entire longer essay on the power of rainstorms, on the human psyche and my emotions, and why I find such joy and such, I don't know what you want to call it, but goodness in those rainstorms, despite sometimes how scary they can be and how monsoon-like they can be just by pouring all that rain. But that there's something within the water that is refreshing and refueling the earth beneath our feet, and all those wonderful things that we like to think about, but we sometimes don't write about as much. So that is part 2. Now on to part 3. Part 3 is pretty simple today. It's just to say, and hey, just checking in to make sure you're doing all right with the project thing that's due next Friday. You're working on creating a symbol and talking about your symbol for your life. You're talking about your theme for your life, and you're talking about the compare and contrast of yourself since August. That's it. That's all I have for you in that capacity. Next week, we'll start a reading exercise with a story, and there'll be stuff I'll be talking about. And every day next week, I'll be talking about a different element of the story that I want you to focus in on. And I might read the story to you. I might read passages to you, and I might challenge you to do some writing exercises around the short story that I'm going to give to you. And that's going to basically be kind of the cycle for the next couple of weeks as we continue to explore and figure this out. This whole school thing online and distance learning and doing this YouTube business. So just kind of be ready for that. That was part 3, really brief part 3 today. Part 4, we're already on to part 4. So the musical guest, oh my gosh, if I could have Pearl Jam as a musical guest, that would be amazing. No, the musical artist that I selected today was Pearl Jam. And Pearl Jam's not on my playlist. They're not really a band I listen to, but I know that they're a fantastic band, a fantastic lyrical band, a fantastic musical band. They've been around a while. And so the song that I chose is called Black. And I'll put a link down in the description for you to listen to it. But I'm just going to read you some of the lyrics for this song. Sheets of empty canvas, untouched sheets of clay, were laid spread out before me as her body once did. All 5 horizons revolved around her soul as the earth to the sun. Now the air I tasted and breathed has taken a turn. Ooh, and all I taught her was everything. Ooh, and all. Ooh, and I know she gave me all that she wore. And now my bitter hands chafe beneath the clouds of what was everything. Oh, the pictures have all been washed in black, tattooed everything. I take a walk outside. I'm surrounded by some kids at play. I can feel their laughter, so why do I see her? Oh, and twisted thoughts that spin around my head. I'm spinning, oh, I'm spinning. How quick the sun can drop away. And now my bitter hands. That's basically the lyric, the chorus. All the love gone bad, turn my world to black, tattooed all I see, all that I am, all I'll be. I know someday you'll have a beautiful life. I know you'll be a star in someone else's sky, but why can it be? Can it be mine? What I love about music is there's always a story in the lyrics, and sometimes it might not be the deepest story that you can find, but sometimes you can go, ooh, this is a song about lost love. And I feel, I could be wrong, there's a lot of interpretations of music in this world. I feel like this one is about a guy and a girl who was in his life, and now she's on to somebody else, she's away from him, and he is missing her desperately and realizes that her absence has turned his world to darkness, and things don't taste the same, things don't smell the same, things don't look the same. When kids are playing and joy around him, he's just meh. The loss of her in his life has made it very hard for him to continue to have that life that he had before. Again, take a look at it yourself. You can listen to it, and I would explore Pearl Jam's music and see what you think. You don't have to like it. They're not my favorite band in the world, but I'm going to put them on my rotation here in the weekend and kind of get a sense of the Pearl Jam music masterpiece experience and expose myself to some new music. It's Friday. The weekend is tomorrow. I'll have a mindfulness exercise up tomorrow on Saturday, and it'll just basically kind of be a way for you to kind of center yourself and do some meditation and all that other stuff. That's what's going to happen. Sunday is a day off for me. I don't do videos on Sunday. And then Monday, we're back at it once more. We're doing a full week of lessons around a short story. I'm not telling you what that short story is because I want it to be awesome. And I want you to kind of be exposed to it for the first time on Monday as we begin to work through it throughout the week. This has been a fantastic time, a fantastic week. I've enjoyed every single video. I hope you've enjoyed them. And we'll continue to do this every single day through April 30th now. We are out of school until April 30th. Hopefully we get back soon. Hopefully we get back after the 30th. We'll see. We don't know what's going to happen. We're just kind of waiting to hear from the state in the next couple of weeks. So for now, this is our new normal, whether we like it or not, and we're going to work through it. And I'm excited for what's going to happen, and I'm hoping that you'll be excited to join me as we continue to learn and get new understandings and expand our brains and get ourselves to a place where we'll be ready for 7th grade so that when we start up next August, it's not going to be a stressful experience. It's going to be like, you know what? I got this. I know you got it. I know I'm here for you, and we'll get there. Until the next one, be it on my streams, be it on the Google Classroom, be it on Hangouts, or be it here or on Instagram Live, we'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and know that you are loved. We'll see you in the next one. And no, I can't sing Pearl Jam, so you don't get to see me sing that. No, sir.